Hello students. Students, in the previous class we had completed that of the lymphatic system in the chapter that is life process. Okay. So basically if we talk about the lymphatic system, what are the things that we have seen in case of a lymphatic system, students? And that is lymphatic system, basically it is consisting of a lymph. It consisting of a lymph capillaries, it consisting of a lymph node as well as lymph vessel are also a part of a lymphatic system. When we look at that of the lymph, student, what do we find? We find that lymph is basically what? It is a yellow fluid which basically most of the time, most of the part is like that of the plasma, as well as lymphocytes which we call as a WBCs are also present in it. What is a lymph? How does it present in that of the tissues, students? So lymph is actually also known as a tissue fluid, and the reason for that, since it is present, sometimes what happened when the capillaries, they used to diffuse, show the process of the diffusion by exchange of that of the material between that of the cells. Then some of the materials from that of the capillaries, it oozes out and reaches in between to that of the tissues. And it is important to remove or to collect these tissues so that they can go back to the heart again. So basically the role of a lymphatic system is to carry these tissue fluids and then they make it to enter into the vein, and from the vein it will enter into the heart again. So lymph is the tissue fluid which present in between that of the tissue and which will be carried by with the help of the lymph capillaries and then to the veins. Basically what happened, like that of a blood capillaries, lymph capillaries are also present in between to that of the tissues, students. So these capillaries used to take the tissue from that of the between to that of the cell, and when you look at the lymph capillaries, you will find that there is no basic difference between that of the blood capillary and tissue fluid. Only the difference is that it is having more number of pores, and the large size of hole are present in that membrane in the capillary rather than that of the blood capillary, and which will help in taking back the large protein which came out through that of the blood capillaries. So these digested protein, these WBCs which was present in that of the between that of the tissues as a tissue fluid, again with the help of the lymph capillaries. So first of all, these tissue fluid reaches to the lymph capillaries. Now the lymph capillaries, they used to carry it, and these lymph capillaries, they again connected to form the lymph vessel. Now this lymph vessel, student, it will be if you find it that then lymph vessel become larger, joined with the other vessels, and in between to every lymph vessel at a regular interval, you will find that there is a lymph node is present which is responsible for So the lymph node is basically responsible for the releasing the lymphocytes, and the lymphocytes are what? Which help in killing the germs, student. It help in engulfing the germs and help in purifying the blood, which blood later entered into that of the vein. That is the vena cava, and from that of the main vein, it will enter into that of the heart, student. So basically the role of the lymphatic system is to carry the tissue fluid, including that of the WBC, which help in killing the germ, students. So this is what, student, this is the function of that of the lymphatic system that help in taking the tissue fluid to the heart by purifying it. Now when we are talking about the purification, so let us see that you know that in our body or even any organism's body, there is no, not only the digestion of the food happens or the respiration happen, but we know that we also consisting, or our body also carries the waste product with us. So it is quite important that every organism should get rid of this waste product. So the process by which an organism get rid of the waste product from their body is called as excretion. So let us discuss about the excretion in plants and then excretion in human beings, students. So, excretion. What happened in case of excretion, students? So basically, most of the chemical reaction, when we are talking about the chemical, actually biochemical reaction take place in our body. So most of the biochemical reaction takes place in our body. Most of the biochemical reaction take place, and as a result of these biochemical reaction, you will find that waste products are also formed with it. So we can write it here, that is, these biochemical reaction produces toxic substances and accumulation of these substances is harmful. Accumulation of these substances is what? Is harmful. So, it is important to remove these waste from body. So it is important to remove these waste material from the body of an organism, student, because these are what? These are highly toxic, and if it will persist, if it will accumulate, then what will happen? It will cause a lot of a problem to the person. Okay, so on the basis of that, now we can define the definition, or we can define the excretion is the process of removal of toxic substances, Here when we say toxic substances, it means we are talking about the waste from the body of an organism. That is called as the excretion. The process of removal of the toxic substances, toxic waste material from the body, this process we called as the excretion, students. Okay, so this excretion, it takes place in the plants also as well as in the animals also. So let us see that how the process of the excretion take place in plant, student, and then we will move and try to understand the process of excretion that take place in the human being. So here we have understood that excretion is what? It is a process that happens in the organism's body in which the waste material which is formed due to the biochemical reaction that occur inside the body is that waste material, that toxic material, it should be removed from the body, and the process is the excretion called, and this process is carried out by a system, especially if we talk in the animals, so that we call as the excretory system, students. So let us see the excretion in plants. How excretion in plants occur. So, like that of the human being, you will find that there is no special organ for the plants in which they can show the process of excretion. You know that in our body, the excretory system is there which help in the excretion of the waste product from the body. But plants, they do not have such kind of a special organ. But absolutely, there also the biochemical reaction take place, and these biochemical reaction that will help in completing the process of excretion. So, we can write it that plants remove waste from different methods by using different method, as there is no such excretory organ. There is no such excretory organ is present in plants. Excretory organ is present in plants. Some of the important plant waste are that is carbon dioxide, then oxygen is also there, as well as water vapor. Okay, so some of the waste material, student, that is carbon dioxide, oxygen and water vapor. Although it is not limited to this one, that it is only the excretion or the waste material that is produced in the plants, but anyhow the thing which is very known to us, which is very that we are knowing about it, that is carbon dioxide, water vapor and that of the oxygen. So let us see that how these can be removed from the body of the plant, students. So we know that the carbon dioxide, student, or oxygen, the process of the photosynthesis, especially at the daytime, it occurs in the plants. And the result of the photosynthesis is the formation of that of the glucose, which is the food, and oxygen is released. So at that time, when the process of photosynthesis happens in the plant, at that time the oxygen is what? It is the waste material through which the plant wants to remove it or get rid of. So the first one that we can write it here is the process of photosynthesis help in the removal of the oxygen. In the removal of the oxygen through stomata. Okay, as oxygen is the byproduct formed in, since oxygen is the byproduct which is formed in it, so we can say that this is how by the process of photosynthesis oxygen can be removed. When we talk about that of the carbon dioxide, students, this carbon dioxide, it is produced during the process of a respiration, especially at night time, you know that, and at that time the carbon dioxide becomes the waste material and it will be removed again through that of the stomata and lenticels. So we can write it here. The process of respiration helps in the removal of the carbon dioxide gas through stomata. So this is how a plant stomata and lenticels also. Okay. The water vapor is also removed in the form of a water vapor, especially during the night time, students, through that of the stomata. So by this we came to the conclusion that either it is the carbon dioxide or oxygen or carbon dioxide, water vapor, everything will be released out as a waste product through stomata. Okay. So one is released, one is thrown out through the stomata and lenticel by the process of photosynthesis, and another is through the process of respiration. So we can say collectively that the process of the photosynthesis and the process of the respiration help in the removal of the gases exchange and the waste material will thrown out. So let me write it here one more thing, that is the water vapor is also removed through stomata. Also removed through stomata. Okay, the water vapor is also removed through stomata. So this is how the plant get rid of all these kind of waste material. Now not only this, students, but plant also store some of the waste material in their body part. So how they used to remove these waste material? So by some methods like falling off leaves, you have heard, felling of the fruits, even peeling of bark. These all are what? These are all are actually the kind of stimulus that is shown by response that is shown by that of the plants in order to remove the waste material from their body. So we can write it that the plants, along with all these, they also store some of the waste material in their body. Plants store some of the waste material waste products in their body parts. Okay. For example, some of the waste material get collected in the leaves, bark and fruits. So some of the waste material, they get collected in all these things. So plants used to remove them by the plants get rid of these waste materials these waste materials by shading of leaves, falling of fruits and peeling of bark. And peeling of bark. So the plants, they get rid of these waste material by shading of leaves, felling of fruits and peeling of bark. So when they remove, all the waste material will also get rid of. Okay, so this is another way by which the plants, they get rid of these waste material. What happens, students? There are some of the waste material which get stored in the fruits in the form of a solid body, and that like we call as a refits. Okay, so when they become mature, they fall off with that of the fruits. So we can say here that some of the waste material gets collected in the fruits as solid bodies called raffids. That is called as a raffid, students. And these are removed when fruits gets detached from them. When the fruits get detached. Okay. Now, not only this, plants also secrete some of the waste material like that of the resins or gums. So, plants secrete their waste in the form of gums and resins. Gums and resins. Gums and raisins. Gums and raisins, students. Where? From the stem. From the stem of the plants, as well as through branches. You have seen the gums and the resins came out from the stem and the branches. So that is a kind of a waste material which plant is secreting outside, students. Okay. Some of the waste material, the plants, they used to release in the soil around them. So, some of the plants, some of the waste material that the plants excrete in the soil around them, in the soil around them. So some of the waste material in the plant is there, students, that they used to excrete the soil around them. Okay. So this is how the process of the excretion take place in that of the plant, student. So the first one that we can say, first of the thing is, in the case of excretion, that is the plants they used to release the carbon dioxide as well as oxygen and that of the water vapor through their stomata and lenticels, with the help of which they used to get rid of these gases, especially when they do the process of photosynthesis or respiration. The second one, students, sometimes they used to store these food material in their body parts, including the leaves, including the fruits and that of the bark. So by felling off the fruits, by peeling off bark and by detaching the leaves from it, what will happen? It will help in removing the stored waste material in it. Now not only this, some of the plants, they are also consisting of the waste material in the solid body, that is called as refics, and these also get detached when the fruit these also get removed when the fruit get detached from the plant. Gums and raisins are also released in the form of a waste from that of the stem and branches, and finally the rest of them will also get excreted into the soil which is present around them. So this is how the process of the excretion take place in the plants. So what are the things actually we have seen here overall if we talk, students? So the points that we have seen, that where the plants used to excrete it, let me remind you again. So the process of the excretion in which the plant get rid of the waste products are following. The first one, student, that is they get rid of gaseous waste through the process of photosynthesis and excretion. Through the process of photosynthesis and excretion by stomata and lenticels around them. The second one, students, that we have seen, that is the by shedding of leaves, peeling of bark, felling of fruits. Then the third one, secreting gum raisins. Gums and raisins through stem. While rest of them, we can say here that while some of the substance released outside in the soil. Some of them released in the soil. So this is how the process of the excretion used to take place in the plants. If we talk about the excretion in animals, students, so let me tell you about, we have already discussed the digestion that happened in case of amoeba. So here the amoeba, they used to, that the process of the diffusion take place, and due to which the material get absorbed throughout the body. What about the undigested food? So we know that the undigested food, it will come out through the membrane itself. So in case of amoeba, students, the removal of the waste material occur through the process of a diffusion through the cell membrane itself. And the reason why does it happen? It is because they are single-celled animal, students. And the removal of the waste material happen with the help of a contractile vacuole. So this is how the expression occur in case of amoeba.